outside, I believe, the voting station, Mweli, and I see that it is still closed. What does that mean for the declaration of results and so forth?
Indeed, Tambegile, it was quite an eventful morning today here in Mkhondo, as we saw a group of independent candidates protesting here outside the local IEC offices here in Mkhondo. Well, they are saying that they are not happy with the manner in which the voting process has been run in different wards here in Mkhondo. In fact, they are saying that they have submitted about 9 objections to the IEC. The offices that are closed today, it's because of that protest that kicked off this morning, and we saw that earlier it was opened, but immediately after that protest started, the officials here decided to close the offices. But this is not the provincial results operations center at Mbegile. It's just the local IEC offices here in Mkhondo. But of course, according to the spokesperson representing the independent candidates, because we know that it's 16 independent candidates that were contesting here at the Mkhondo municipality, only 2 managed to win 2 wards here, and there's another ward that was won by the Democratic Alliance here in Mkhondo. So there's 3 wards that the ANC lost, because we know that all along the ANC has been in control of this municipality. But again, on the side of the independent candidates, they are saying that they are hoping that the Independent Electoral Commission will resolve their issues, because they believe that some of the ballot papers were tampered with, and they are saying that in some instances the presiding officers ordered people to vote in a particular way. In fact, they did mention that some were told to vote the African National Congress. So let's just take a listen to what the spokesperson of those independent candidates, that is Andres Gamete, had to say about the situation here.
The issue here which have brought us here today is that at Ward 13 in Mkhondo, we discovered that there's a ballot book with 100 ballot papers, which people, when they were coming to the station, the public, when they were looking for independent candidate, the presiding officer instructed them that they must go and vote for the ANC, and they refused. Then there was a noise in the station until the station was stopped. When investigation was done, we then discovered that there are ballot books that have been printed which don't belong to the ward, and this is one of them. And we said, okay, where is this coming from? She then said, no, it was a mistake. The book is written Mkhondo at the top, but underneath is written Malahleni. So we said, how does a ballot book with 100 votes from Witbank lands in Mkhondo? They could not explain till today. So we want to know which ward in Witbank where this ballot book is coming from, because that ward could not have proceeded and voted without this book that we have here. And we suspect that out of the information of the officials from the IEC who are talking to us private now, they are saying that they were given most of these books, and they don't want to say who gave them. So the IEC as an organization nationally must explain to say, how did this book land in Mkhondo? How did people of Mkhondo were forced to vote by the officials of the IEC?
So, Mweli, as we wait for the final then results to be announced by national leadership of the IEC at 6 p.m., what else should we be looking out for in Mpumalanga specifically?
Well, Tambegile, it's very clear that as much as the ANC in the province has been leading in all the municipalities, but there are 3 municipalities in the province where it got just under 50%, which then means that they'll have to go for coalition, which is something that has been talked about in in many municipalities across the country. When you look into the Steve Tshwete local municipality, for example, we know that there is the Middleburg and Hendrina Residents Forum, which also gained a lot of support. They're eating from the support of the ruling party, and as well as looking at Lekwa municipality in Standerton, which has had quite a number of problems in the past, or in the recent past. Also there we saw that support of the ANC has declined. The ANC will also have to go for a coalition there in order to govern. So I think those are some of the areas that are showing that indeed the ANC has lost support. We are seeing those people who are representing community, ordinary community members, like the Lekwa Community Forum as well, also getting some more support there. But on this side, as we are talking about the issue of the objections that have been sent through to the Independent Electoral Commission, the ANC here in Mkhondo is saying that, well, they've noted those gaps there that need to be attended to, but at least so far they don't think that all those incidents will have a negative impact on the results of the election. Maybe let's hear from the mayor of Mkhondo, that is Vusimota, who actually said that they are not happy with the fact that they lost somewhat, but they don't believe that the incident that happened here will lead to some, like the election results being not credible at Tambegi.
There will be errors, but when they pick up the error and then they reported the matter, and then the IEC provincial, they are aware, the IEC national, they are aware. That's why they took a decision, regardless of which party voted for who and who. All those papers regarded as spoiled papers, and then they counted, they started afresh, and then they continue, and then they counted the end result, which as Mkhondo or as the executive mayor, we accept and we appreciate with all the mistakes and weaknesses that the IEC had, so everyone can make a mistake.
So yeah, that's Tambegile, that is the outgoing mayor of the Mkhondo municipality, well, saying that as much as they know that there were some incidents, but they believe that that doesn't or won't lead to these elections or the voting process not being credible. So we will be monitoring the situation, because indeed the independent candidates as well as some community members are supporting the idea that if these issues are not looked into, they will then decide to approach the Electoral Court, Tambegi.
Mweli Masilela, thank you very much for that update from Mpumalanga.